Welcome to Good Day Live. We're so happy you're in the studio with me, Andy, Natasha, Kyle Trueblood. Today is, what's today, Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday, February.
Oh, December.
December, wow. February, what is it, 7th, 8th, February 8th. Hope we're all doing well.
Yes, let us know where you're,
day.
yes, let us know where you're tuning in from. We got the chat. We want to connect with you and see how your Wednesday is going and what you're up to.
Got the chat.
What are you up to?
Hump day, baby.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You know, just getting adjusted at the moment.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm getting adjusted too. We had a very, very fun evening last night. I think we're all feeling the effects of how much fun this evening was. We were at Vibrato Grill over in Beverly Glen, and it's literally like stepping into a vortex of awesomeness.
Yeah, shout out to... Go on.
No, it's like La La Land, but in live.
Yeah, I felt like the La La Land effect too. Shout out to Donnie Most and Miss Anna, last name? Danes, thank you. And Miss Anna Danes. They sound amazing.
They do
They
sound
brought me
amazing.
right back to like the old school music. Shout out to the owner of Vibrato. She was amazing. We had a really fun time last night.
We had so much fun last night.
They had an intermission. That's official. That's when you know you made it.
I think they had 2 shows, but yes.
Was it just 2 shows? I don't think that's right. That doesn't make any sense.
You don't think it's right?
I think it's called an intermission.
No, I think they had 2 shows.
Same 2 people leave for 30 minutes and come back to the same stage.
Oh yeah, well, you think it was an intermission? Was it an intermission? There was a really cute there's some really cute photos. I just lost the photo that I wanted to share with everyone. But this is last night at our table, having the best time ever.
What's wrong with my eyes? Can I see them?
Look at Kyle's eyes.
I have werewolf eyes.
What is going on with Kyle's eyes? Kyle, that's kind of creepy.
Right? It's super creepy. I look like the Terminator.
I'm always posing for the camera.
Always waving, always smiling.
Always not always, but when there's a camera involved, always waving,
we
always
danced a little bit.
We did, yes we did. This is Miss Eden Alpert.
Yes. Really nice lady.
She's super sweet.
She runs the Vibrato.
Yeah, she owns the Vibrato. She's, her dad was just like a really awesome musician, and Mr. Herb Alpert, and yeah.
Did he start it or did she?
What do you think?
It's a toss-up. I don't know.
Yeah, he is the musician, and the music was passed down, and so was Vibrato, and
awesome.
I had my very first La La Land date there. And if you want to take anyone that you feel very special about, take them to Vibrato. Actually, this is really funny. Last night we were looking at the menu and I was going to order the Wagyu steak because I was like, I really wanted the steak. And Kyle leans over and he's like, Michelle, that's the price.
No, because you were like, I was like, what are you gonna get? She's like, I'm gonna get the Wagyu steak. And I was like, the Wagyu steak, that's hitting something for me. For some reason, that's sticking in my mind. Why is it sticking in my mind? Because it's the most expensive thing on the menu. So I look, she's like, do you want one also? I'm like, you can't even get one.
We should just split it.
It was $120. I was like, Michelle, it's $120. I'm not getting the Wagyu steak. I'm gonna get the lamb. It's $40, right? And I was like, that's the price, not the calories. And
I love Felicia. Felicia was like, get her the steak. Get her the steak.
Hilarious.
You don't remember that? We got a video of me and Kai dancing.
The lamb was amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah, that looked
good. For $40,
good.
that's a great value.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vibrato. We order that every time. It's like a $70 meal for $40.
$70 meal for $40.
It felt like it should be valued at $70.
Let's take a look at what went on last night.
What are you pointing to?
The couple next to us.
Oh, okay. Adorable.
Look how cute.
Yeah, just some old school fun. Were we swing dancing? What were we doing?
We were just dancing.
Just dancing.
Swing dancing is like, that's me dancing by myself.
When was this?
I don't know. I think you might have went to the bathroom.
Did I miss the dance?
You were such a trooper. You danced with me the whole night. You really
And I don't really do that. When everyone else is sitting, I'm not like the...
I know. Look at how people are watching us. That's cute. Oh, I'm just cheesing so hardcore. I'm like, yay, thank you for dancing with me.
My eyes are still doing the Terminator thing.
Valentine's week.
Yeah. Donnie Most, Anna Danes.
They were great.
Incredible.
Oh.
She wore 2 dresses last night. My favorite was the white one.
Yeah, I
like
love
the white
white.
one.
I love white.
Yeah.
I love white. And my dress last night was supposed to be white, but I couldn't fit into it.
Michelle has an odd way of just sharing information that doesn't necessarily need to be shared, but yes, your dress was too small.
I couldn't fit into the dress. I mean, it fit on Sunday.
Is this a normalcy for women?
Yeah. My best friend does this. She's like, I guess we're not working out today, huh? I'm so happy I brought 2 dresses.
There you go.
Because the zipper wasn't going up.
Oh.
And I was like, Andy, we got a wardrobe emergency, but don't worry.
Called an audible.
I brought another dress.
Call an audible.
Call a what?
An audible.
What's an audible?
It's like changing a play. It's like I had this plan set, but you know what? This plan isn't gonna work. Gotta change it. See, another word for an audible is a Kyle plan.
Oh, Kyle.
Anyone?
Thought Kyle plan was a last minute plan.
That's what an audible is.
But like I thought it was just like you just.
In football, an audible is technically a play you call right before you hike the ball.
Oh, wait, is the Super Bowl this weekend?
It is this weekend. Shout out to my Philadelphia Eagles. I've been repping them all season, all my life. And here we go for our 2nd Super Bowl in 5 years, okay?
I guess I won't be seeing you on Sunday, that's for sure.
I'll be screaming at a television somewhere in Los Angeles,
Oh,
yes.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I will not be screaming at a TV, for sure.
No?
No, I want to be watching, I want to wait for the commercials.
Wow, we definitely don't need to be watching this game together.
No,
For sure,
that's how I watch.
I want to watch the Super Bowl for the commercials.
I want to watch the Super Bowl for commercials, and I don't even know who's the halftime guest. Who's the
Rihanna.
halftime? Who is it?
Rihanna.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah.
I think Jay-Z owns a piece of the NFL now, so it's
He
going to be
does.
it's going to be a little darker on our halftime shows.
It has been darker on the halftime
It has.
shows, and I love it. Last year's halftime show
That was dark.
sick. Was so
That was dark.
sick.
It was like midnight.
Eminem was there.
Eminem's been part of the Shade since Shade was Shade.
Slim Shady.
Correct.
I remember watching.
Nice. I like I love the relativity there.
Smart. Quick
Smart girl.
Quick on her
Smart
toes. She's
girl.
quick on her toes.
Quick on her-
I watched
Look
the
at my
Super
hand just,
Bowl
like, in your
last
shot.
year with my boyfriend at the time, and we were watching it, and like literally just got up and started dancing.
The 2 of you just got up and started dancing?
Yeah, because the halftime was so good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, we were dancing together. He was dancing
That's
on
nice
one.
to hear something good about the relationship. Finally.
Oh no, the relationship was great. Like
Okay.
every relationship adds value, no matter
That's true.
no matter what the
That's
situation
true.
was.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm sure it added plenty of value. I met him.
100%.
He's a valuable person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very valuable. Very valuable.
What else? Just excited for my Eagles this weekend. I gotta say, along with your boyfriend or ex, whatever he is, him and like 5 other people this year were talking a lot of smack about the Eagles.
He did.
And
I remember
there was a
that.
lot of smack being talked about my team, and we're in the Super Bowl right now. I was sat down by another friend of mine that made me watch a 15-minute video of how the Eagles were going to be terrible this year.
Really?
And here we are.
Aw.
He eats his words every day. I love it.
I remember that night so vividly,
Yeah.
and it was like talking about Commanders versus Eagles, and you were like super heated, and I was like, "Oh, look, Kai."
Yeah.
I was like, "Why is Kai looking cute today?"
I get very heated
Do you
when I
find
talk
a
about
lot of people
football.
find you more attractive when you're more like,
Angry?
heated?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Since I was a young lad, since I was like 5 years old, women have been trying to just like
Get you
not
mad?
get me mad, but get me like
Passionate. It's
yeah,
passion.
yeah. Like people want me really passionate about something because I have such a cavalier attitude that like once they get me to the passionate level, they're like, okay, now Kyle's being a person.
You are a person, Kyle. I don't know.
I am a person.
I don't know why anyone would think differently. You're such a sweet dude.
Are we doing this? Yes.
Well, speaking of sweet, if you're looking for your sweetie or your sweetness, make sure
Shag and shop. Shop and shag.
to get the LA magazine where you can shag and shop.
Who
And
wrote
you can,
this?
That's a good question. Who wrote this?
Who owns this magazine?
This is the Los Angeles magazine, LA magazine.
Okay.
But you can get this. This magazine is now $5.95. Goodness. I almost bought it at Whole Foods yesterday or the day before.
I'm coming back to paperback. Like I'm not just trying to do digital everything anymore. I like the tangible.
Yes.
The book. I like the book.
I like the book.
Like the
I also
book.
like the way it smells.
Yeah.
I always love
Smells
the
like
way
the
of-
90s.
Wait,
Smell?
what?
Oh yeah. It's got a very 90-esque smell.
I love the smell.
95.
I love the way books smell. I love the way magazines smell. And I always get a magazine every time I get on a plane.
That's a waste of money. Okay,
No,
ready?
it's
You want to pull a
not.
card?
I don't get on a plane very often. I'd
That's
like to
also true.
change that. I'd like to change that. I want to
Yeah, you
go
know, I had
travel more.
I had an epiphany this morning.
What was your epiphany?
I've just got to be successful, like very successful.
That's your epiphany?
Yeah, there was just like no ifs, ands, or buts about
Aw.
it. Just have to.
What was the story about how?
I was just talking to some investors this morning. What'd you drop? What did you drop?
I was waiting for it.
My God.
My lipstick.
Why don't you just throw it on the ground these days?
didn't
I don't
throw
understand.
it.
Like, no, I'm saying you might as well. You might as well just throw it. Like, just throw it.
I should.
You should.
I should be like, enough of this.
Yeah, enough. I've had it.
So what
Good
was
morning,
it?
everyone.
What
and
was
just throw
it? What was it that made you? I always thought you wanted to be successful. What are you
I
talking about?
did,
You
but
are
now
successful.
I have like more of a fire under my behind.
What's the fire?
When a fire starts to burn, right? I don't know. It was just I was talking to some investors this morning. I felt a little bit disrespected, and then I was like, you know
felt-
what?
Somebody would disrespect you?
Yeah, I was like,
Who
you're
are they?
going to
Who
regret.
do they need? They need to
Well,
talk
no,
to
I was
me?
I was talked to like I wasn't
me.
funded, which I'm not yet. And you know, I thought they were seriously going to regret that one
You
day.
don't have to be funded. You can make your own funds.
Correct, and they're
Yeah.
they're definitely gonna regret that one day. However, they spoke to me in a manner that
Was disrespectful?
very much so, and like just to
Sorry.
all my aspiring actors out there, to my aspiring demographic.
But you're not aspiring.
Stay
You
sh-
are.
Sure, but to my aspiring
got
demographic,
it, got it,
to,
got it,
to my
got it.
guys out there, just stay strong.
Stay strong.
Stay true to who you are. You know.
Yep.
It sounds basic, but it really does work when you're in this kind of a day I'm having today. Pull a card.
What's in store for me and Kai Trueblood today?
No, what am I gonna do about this morning?
Wait, what are you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about this morning?
Yeah. Pull my card for what I'm gonna do about
Oh, what
this
is
morning.
Kyle gonna do?
Blow on the thingies, the phalanges. When we go to Vegas, we finally go to Vegas. That's what
We're gonna go to Vegas?
We're going to Vegas, are we not?
Yeah, I'd love
I
to.
assume we're going to Vegas at some point. I let my producer just. You got to see my producer's face sometimes.
Past life number 14.
Did my riches already pass me? Past
know.
life,
I don't know.
14. Huh.
Past life.
That's a curious one. 14. We've never gotten that one before.
Oh, really? We got Karmic Path last night.
You're being drawn into sacred spaces, ancient knowledge, past lives, ancient wisdom, and holy gifts. Sounds
Nice.
fantastic.
That sounds great.
The connection to your current relationship or situation has deep roots and is perhaps much more than you may have anticipated. Dive into ancient wisdom for your answers at this time. Drawing this card can indicate past life connection, karmic contrast, vows, commitments, or even feelings of atonement. That's crazy.
Why?
Just like it's all relative to what I was talking about earlier.
What were you talking about earlier?
About
the people?
No, like what I want for myself, like vows and commitments.
Yeah.
Draw another card if additional clarity on. We'll draw another card. It's literally telling us to draw another
Okay,
card.
draw another card.
Yeah. You
these-
can meditate with the pyramid to access ancient magic, creation, sacred space, welcome and informative galactic downloads from the universe. and encourage-
Galactic downloads?
I love that. I do have galactic. Don't you have galactic downloads? Like
I
you
have-
ever like
yeah.
stand there and feel like your brain is like updating?
Oh, yeah, all the
Yeah.
time. All right, go for it.
Let's see, and informative galactic downloads from the universe and encourage ascension. Can I just finish?
Oh, yeah.
And encourage ascension for your body, mind, and spirit. Okay, great. Okay, Michelle's on a move. She's on a roll.
I'm always on a roll, on a move.
All right.
Fly me to the moon, let me linger amongst the stars.
I love it.
Truth.
I love it.
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth number 25. What do you get?
25. Okay, a great truth will come to light. A secret will be revealed. Your feelings regarding the situation you're asking about are true. Stand by your personal truth no matter what, and you'll be rewarded. This is at a time to let your authentic self shine. I have a lot to express.
What do you want to express? You're on a talk
I just
show.
feel like today, this morning, waking up, feeling good and healthy, I felt like there was a lot inside that I can now pull out.
yeah, really?
I've always felt like I had a lot of drive, but now I just feel like it's the proper time to like put it on the table.
Put
Does that
it
make
on
sense?
Yeah, and your birthday's fast approaching.
It is fast
Which
approaching.
is super exciting. We're so excited. I want to give condolences to Tristan Thompson. He lost his mom unexpectedly. And he wrote something really beautiful on his Instagram. He said, "I'm sorry, Mommy, for the wrong decisions I made in my life. I'm sorry for the embarrassment and pain. You raised me better than what I was able to show you. I won't just say sorry. Stay tuned to the ways I will show the world what an amazing son you raised." That's beautiful.
That was some segue.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I just going into entertainment news, but yeah, I like, back to what you were saying, like, I think that has something to do with it. It's like, you're in a place from what you're saying is like, you want more for yourself, and it sounds like he too wanted more for himself.
Yeah, and before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
Yeah.
I think.
Is there a message from me on there?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Kyle Trueblood messaging me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sliding into my DMs.
Yeah.
He's saying, what did you say last night? Oh, like you never danced at a place before like that before?
No. Not with everyone sitting.
Did you feel uncomfortable?
A little bit.
Really?
I was nervous.
With me?
Everyone was sitting. It was a nice restaurant, and we just decided to dance in the middle of it.
Thank you for being my dance partner.
But you gotta, that's forgiveness, not permission. So there's that.
Forgiveness?
You ask forgiveness, not permission.
Oh, right.
Like, hey, can I dance here? Or is it like, oh, sorry, didn't know I couldn't dance
No,
here?
Eden was talking about how like that it's
She loved
usually
it.
a dance party, and
Yeah.
she knows that I'm the one who starts the dance party. The last time I was there, I
Yeah.
was like up and jamming. We met so many incredible people last night too.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
The last time you were there, were you with Andy?
I was with Andy and Natasha.
Where was I?
Where were you?
Yeah.
I always what you don't remember is ask Andy. How many times I have invited you out to everything we've gone to?
No, I was asking if I had actually like joined the group yet.
No, you did. You did.
I was part of the show?
Yes,
Oh, okay,
of
okay.
course. I would always be like, Kyle, come. No, I'm busy. But it wasn't impromptu, but I did message him. I was like, you should come.
I don't think so.
Yes, I 100% did.
No hard feelings.
I always do, and I always did.
No hard feelings.
Oh no, hard feelings felt. I'm just saying. I always did, and I always do.
Let's get back to Donnie Moses' voice real quick.
Okay.
There's like a Sinatra. He just like pulls this Sinatra voice out of him. It
It's so
was
beautiful.
amazing last night.
Yeah, right.
And he's so happy.
So sweet.
I think that's what really affects me about his music is that like you look at Donnie and he's just like smiling and all chippery.
Aw, yeah. That's how you have to live life,
Unlike
right?
Ben Affleck, who apparently is discriminated by his wife to at least smile.
Listen.
That's gonna be me, 100%, because I don't smile unless I have
Gonna be
to.
like that to your wife?
This is my normal face.
That's gonna be like that to your wife? Well, okay.
This is how my face rests, and then I can be happy as hell. This is what it looks like.
That's I always see you smiley. You're always like smiley to me.
Yeah?
Yeah. All the behind the scenes videos I have of this show, you're smiling, you're dancing.
Dancing a lot.
Maybe you think that you're just like
Maybe.
you're an RBF.
Maybe, but I'm not.
You're an RBF.
RBF.
I think you can be either.
Resting, brooding face.
Well, I was more of a biatch face, but
Yeah.
Yeah. You double eye blink me now? Oh Lord. We're starting with the double eye blink. It's almost Valentine's, so
It is.
we're
Which one do you wanna
approaching
do?
Valentine's week. We have amazing guests, so make sure you hit that follow button and follow us on @good_day_live on Instagram, and we're on YouTube and TikTok and all the socials. So make sure you stay tuned. We have a very big show for Valentine's and a couple days before, so we hope that you stay tuned. And for more, we have a lot of fun games, and we're gonna have helium heart balloons.
Are we gonna be here Friday?
We're not gonna be here Friday.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be actually at Fashion Go on Friday.
Okay.
But I will be missing all of you, because I do. I usually like start the show at Fashion Go and I'm like, welcome. I'm like, to good Evie Fashion Go.
You want a 90s smell?
Yeah, is that
Smell
it?
these cars.
Okay.
They smell like 90s.
Ugh, that smells like the library. That doesn't smell like the 90s.
Exactly.
That doesn't smell like the 90s.
Now, what's the first thing to go out of business in the 2020s? The library.
Library
Why?
still exists.
Of course they do, but they're the first thing to go out of business. Everything's digital these days.
Oh, I go to the library all the time.
You do not.
Yes, I do.
I've
The
literally
Writers Guild.
never heard of you going to the
I
library.
never tell you when I go to the library. It's
When's the last time you
usually
went to the library?
probably a couple months ago,
it
because
smells like the
it's
kindergarten.
usually on the weekends on a Saturday.
You don't go to the library.
I 100% do.
I've been to the library you're talking about.
Writers Guild Library. I go to the Writers Guild Library.
The one downtown, the huge one?
No, not down.
Multi-level?
There's a Writers Guild downtown.
No, there's a library downtown.
Oh, no. I go to the Writers Guild Library because I read scripts. And actually, I can't believe I forgot my binder. Oh, I'm such a nerd. Yesterday, I started a new venture about reviving and repurposing films. So if you're watching and you were part of a film or a short film that you created and you want to do a commentary on it, we have this special service here. Make sure to reach out to me. And it was really fun. We did the whole Charlotte Chronicles behind the scenes, which was super fun. And I got to relive Charlotte Chronicles all over again. And I gave
Charlotte Chronicles was brilliant.
Aw, You got this, right? We got this on tape? What did you say?
I'll say it again. Charlotte Chronicles was brilliant. I have no shame in saying it. I say that all day. All day.
Why would you have shame behind that?
Well, you're telling everyone to record it like I'm never going to say it again.
I mean, it's nice. It's just nice to hear. I think
it was amazing.
I sent Kyle a clip last night, and it said it was about casting and how you were not supposed to be the hot guy, but as I said, as the fates would have it and the world would have it, you were supposed to play that guy.
Correct.
That role was always yours,
It was.
and what had it not been, this would never have happened.
Even
Isn't
if
that
people
crazy
didn't
how
want
to
it to
think
be.
about that? What?
It was mine.
People didn't want it to be. Everybody wanted it to be.
At the end, they did.
I mean, the only reason why I said no was because the guy, because everything about the Charlotte Chronicles was based off of true life. And my friend Adam Freed, calling him out, was like, Michelle, you're so creative. Why does it have to be based off of your life? And I said, because I was like, have you met Taylor Swift? I mean, you haven't, but how successful she is, she bases her songs off of her life and her past experiences. And it's just like telling a story that you feel like you want to share with the world. And so yeah, the guy that I met in the building, the hot guy, also known as Michael, was kind of mysterious, which you can do, but you can because you're a great actor.
Yeah.
But my immediate read on you was he's such a sweet guy.
Yeah.
You had the look of the bad guy.
But now you realize I'm not even that sweet.
You're not even that sweet.
So
you're kind when
kind.
you
I got a
want to
big
be.
heart. I have a big
You
heart.
have a huge heart.
Yeah, but I'm not nice.
No, you're guarded.
Yeah.
Which I just, for Valentine's Day for you, may I give my hope for you for Valentine's?
Yeah, sure, I get it.
That you're.
But, you live in LA for 10 years. You got to be guarded.
I don't think that's a thing. Listen, I think when your heart is open, incredible things happen.
And heartbreak.
Well, yes, but heartbreak leads to even more love. Always.
Tell that to my pillows that are soaked with my tears.
Aw, that's not a thing.
Just kidding.
Kyle. The pillows that are soaked with. I'm not going to say
So
anything.
dramatic.
I'm not going to say anything. You want to pull a deal breaker card?
I'll pull a deal breaker.
Okay.
I'll pull one.
Let's pull it.
Okay. You've been on a few late night dates and find that your partner calls their mother every night to say goodnight, no matter what. That's amazing.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm going to call up deal breaker and be like, listen, that's not a deal breaker at all.
That's so sweet. But wait, what are they talking about? Everything? Is they
That's
sharing?
a good question.
Is he sharing all the details of the date?
Is there such a thing as an overshare to the parents?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like,
what's an overshare to parents?
Intimate
Really?
bedroom conversations?
Not gonna lie to you, my mom and I are kind of close.
Wait, you tell your mom those things?
We're very close.
Details?
Not details. That's crazy.
Wait, you tell
But,
your mom
she'll get,
about
a-
how your sexual experiences?
If she asks, I'll give it to her.
I could never.
Yeah,
Oh no.
absolutely. I think guided son to mother, it's a
My
little
mom
different.
still
She's
thinks I'm a virgin. I'm sorry.
she might as well be my little sister at this point.
Wait, what?
My mom might
Your
as well.
mom might as well be your little sister?
That's kind of the relationship, yeah.
What? Do you feel like you're the big brother to your dad and your mom?
So my mom, well, she's 5 foot nothing, and
She's 5 foot?
I love her so much.
She's that short?
She's a little bit.
How
She's a wee
cute.
woman.
When is she coming into town?
Middle of the month.
Oh, we gotta meet your mom. What's
She
her
wants
name?
to come to
Melly,
the show.
right? Melly?
Melanie.
Melanie. Why
My
do I
best-
mess up your mom's name every
Well, no, because
time
my
we
best
talk?
friend's daughter's name is Melly,
Oh,
Yeah.
I told you I was a little afraid to
who
meet
loves my
your mom.
A lot of people are afraid.
But
to meet
now
my
I'm
mom.
not. Is it because of the height?
No, it's this. I think it's the psychological background where she's you think she's gonna
Well,
analyze you.
psychoanalyzing. My mom psychoanalyzed me forever.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, I think you need to get tested. I'm like, for what, Mom? And
Yeah.
she's like, well, everything. I was like, what?
Hilarious. Yeah, my mom was kind of the same. She was like, no, there's definitely something wrong with you, but you're not getting tested.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. My mom was like, you can't concentrate on only the things that you like. I was like, Mom, that sounds like a normal human.
She was my mom looks at me. She's like, you seem to be verging on the precipice of a manic, but you're always there. So I guess it's just your base point. I think you'll be all right. I was like, yeah, you're
Taking
right.
it from
No, it's
Mama.
true because I can concentrate very very much, very intensely on a few different things at once.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
So can I. But on things that bring me joy and things that I know that I am bringing other people joy by doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have to feel in alignment It just can't do anything.
Alignment is Michelle's assignment.
That's my word for 2023. Natasha, what was yours? Unapologetic, right? Andy won't share his.
What's that about?
it's not as like. And what's yours?
No. Andy had a word. It was no.
No?
Wasn't
That's
it no?
never Andy's word. Andy's word is not no.
I'm pretty sure it was no.
We have Dr. Joy Jacobs. We'd love to know what her word is for 2023 if
that's
she
good.
picked one.
Let's get it up here. Let's find out.
Yeah. What was yours?
Unstoppable.
You know, I have a hard time with that.
It's all right. It's not yours.
It's not my word. I just have a hard time with that because it just means you never stop, but you stop when you want to.
Yeah. Can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped.
Yeah.
Okay, so unstoppable.
Yeah. Like
What- but what's-
it's not unstoppable for me. It's unstoppable for anyone else. Like I can't be stopped by anything else.
Okay, and Marissa's word was what? I forget. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Was it yes?
Oh, yes. Oh, well, she didn't say yes yesterday when we told her about a certain something. Remember?
What was that?
Remember about like height stuff? Height requirements?
Oh yeah. That was a hard no.
She was like, that's a no.
It's a hard pass.
Caveats around the yes.
Oh.
Lots of caveats. Tons of caveats. That should be her word. Her word is actually caveat. Yeah.
Oh, we love our good friend Marissa Gold. If you're watching, hi, hello.
She'll be on soon.
Yeah. She's got some really exciting stuff coming up. I'm
Yeah.
so excited to hear about her dating stories and her research behind it. Really fascinating stuff.
Very fascinating.
Yeah.
Everyone we meet is like on Life 2.0, and I always want to like shout out her show.
Yeah. You did.
I do,
When
yeah.
we had Donnie Most and Anna Danes, you were like, you should be on 2.0. And she's like, yeah, I came because I thought Michelle
that
wasn't
what
supposed to be here.
Hilarious.
It's okay.
I'm just catching up.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. It was great. And this is what I love about our studio is that we are always like talking about like other shows. It's not just our show, but you should be on Natasha's show, or you should be on Marissa's show,
Right.
or you should be like on their show together, like
Yeah.
you know, or other shows like it's Emily and
Right.
you know Natasha Graziano, who's going to be here on the 13th. We're so excited.
Should be fun.
It's going to be really, really, really great. So I love the community that we've established here about like just sharing people
Yeah,
and
for sure.
getting people on the show.
Speaking of community, shall we? Dr.
Yeah.
Joy Jacobs.
Yeah.
More community.
More community after this. Don't go anywhere. Angie was like, too soon.
Too soon?
We're still live. Make sure you follow that follow button and follow us on Instagram, and we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
This is our original music.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Good morning.
It's our original music.
I know. You
miss
like
this
this?
music,
No,
yeah.
you miss this?
So here is our Jackery. Unbox it. You want to get it charged up. You use this
Thank you for being
sure.
on our
plastic
show.
charger over here. This is the output
Thanks for coming.
over there. And it
Okay.
has an extra cable like this with the ability to charge it in your car. So that is really cool. So we have it all
Nice
charged
to
up.
meet you, Joy.
It has here,
Nice to meet you.
you can press on the display. You can see now that it is not drawing any power, it's
that?
not bringing in any power, and it is 99% charged.
What photo?
Which is cool. So as you want to use all
Oh,
your
cool.
separate things, you can turn on
Like Don, we all
the
met
little
you.
lights,
Why?
and it will show you, as you can see there, that now you can
Probably why she's
draw
got that look on
power
her face.
out of them, or you can turn them off, just like you would at home.
My
You can
cup.
do- You want to leave something plugged in, but not having it draw power, there you can turn it off.
Yeah.
So let's have some fun and see what our Jackery can fire up. So in the past, we've used the Jackery to
I had a
light
very
up our
uncomfortable situation
lives
with my
with
phone.
Roby,
Oh, yeah?
charged our
I was
cell
shooting a movie
phones,
with Dan Slater.
and
I started complaining about how hot it was, but I forgot my mic was on.
oh, we've even lit up the
And
aerogon.
so they cut the scene. They're like, Kyle, are you okay? I was like,
Able to
yeah,
light up the
why?
aerogon. Today we're going to push the
Everyone here you
Jackery
complaining about.
to the limit,
You
and we're
complaining?
going to take
No.
a look
No.
at the
Say it ain't
This
so.
works. This works. That car vacuum.
Dr. Joy
Awesome.
Jacobs.
Very
Wait,
cool.
can we leave this on the table?
No, we gotta take that off.
Yeah.
Andy used it. And how amazing is this?
Anything in
Oh,
particular
my
you want to talk
goodness.
about?
You can just keep on
I'm game
going
for
and
anything
going
that
and
you're
going. You get into
talking about.
every
I'm
little
doing
nook
a new
and
program
cranny
that starts
in
next
your
week to
car.
help people
All of
with
this.
how they feel about
How
themselves,
awesome.
their confidence, their self-love, because it's
what we're gonna do.
Valentine's
I love
Day.
it.
Stick it into our Jackery.
There's research that shows that by mid-February, 80% of people have given up on their New Year's resolution.
And the
So
display
this is-
and Ghana is what are about to apply themselves.
So I think this is a good time for people to like actually work on real transformation
I love that.
versus just like
Thank
stopgap
you,
measures
Mrs.
that we
Yeah.
commit to at the
Here we
beginning of
go.
the year. I love that
That is
conversation.
good.
Stopgap.
So-
I like that
I
term.
love
Let's see
that.
what
How
happens.
would you like to be introduced?
Just Dr. Joy Jacob, clinical psychologist and
Great.
life
You see,
coach.
Amazing.
I'll hold that for you.
Thank
Just
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you like to play games? Are you a game person?
I can play games.
Can we get red? Do you want to play red flags?
I don't know how to play it.
Okay. That's
So-
all about dating. We have deal breakers. Are you married? Are you dating?
I'm divorced.
Would you like? Okay. Would you be into playing a dating
Yeah.
game? Okay. Cool. So maybe we'll do deal breaker.
not something that you would generally like to listen to.
Should we do the red flags with deal breaker?
Amazing. If this works, your
Yeah,
must
that'd be
be.
cool.
So
Thank you.
not only is Jeffrey
So basically, what he'll do is he'll read it, and then if it's up the red flag, you just wave it, and then if it's a green flag, just wave the green flag.
I love it.
Okay, great.
Super fun.
Super fun. Super fun.
Super duper
Disaster
fun.
preparedness, Jeffrey is definitely something you should want to have in your
Your
home. And
dad was a psychologist, your mom?
God forbid there
In the
is
same.
My mom was a psychologist
not
also, so we're
pure,
like,
and now
we're
you're
in good
stuck
company.
Well, I love that mind reading
Power.
conversation. Everyone thinks that we can read your mind.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
California,
I was one of those people.
huge earthquake, bring up a lot of
My mom,
dust.
if I did something bad, she doesn't know. when I was
Yeah, well, that's a
teenager.
mom thing.
That's a mom thing.
It's totally a mom thing. When my sons are lying, I
Yeah.
know it immediately.
You know,
Really?
yeah.
That's amazing.
Body language.
Like
My mom would always be like, she'd look at me, she's like, you're lying. I'm like, I'm guilty of
Right,
everything for
right.
some reason.
7, 6,
able
5,
to see.
4, 3,
So
2,
try and see.
Welcome back to Good Day Live.
Nice note.
Thanks. It was
Nice
from
note.
last night. Vibrato Grill like got me inspired.
Sure. I'd be sweating if I tried that note.
If you're new to the show, welcome. I'm Michelle Murad, along with Kyle Trueblood and the lovely Dr. Joy Jacobs. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great. Thanks,
Thanks for
having
coming.
me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Dr. Joy is a clinical psychologist.
Yes.
You're also a life coach, and you have a very special new program. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I have a new program that starts next week in honor of Valentine's Day. Let's make this the month of self-love. Glow Up with Dr. Joy. You hear so much about glow ups,
Yes,
right? People
yes.
having transformations. And this is really about inner and outer transformation, transforming from the inside out. When we change our energy, our life changes.
How does one change their energy? How do we do that?
Where do we start?
Where do we begin?
Well, there are so many places to start, but first is with the decision that you want a change in your life and you're willing to get uncomfortable to make the change. I always say that growth happens on the edge of your comfort zone.
Yep.
So you don't want to get so uncomfortable that you feel overwhelmed and you just don't start, but like pushing yourself just like till you feel a little bit nervous, uncomfortable is
Yeah.
like how you move forward.
Okay, that fear for me is like if I push myself, will I get too uncomfortable? Like how do I, where are my brakes? Where's my brakes on my handlebars, right?
Right.
So how do you like modulate that?
So I think the key is to take things in small steps.
Okay.
You know, most of us start out the year, we want massive change.
Massive
Massive change.
Yeah.
And actually, as I was telling you before we started, the
Yes.
research shows that by this time of year, 80% of people have given up on their New Year's resolution.
Why do you think that
That's a shame.
is? Is it because like we put so much pressure on like the actual resolution, or is it because we don't choose a more like mindful way approach of like just choosing a word to as opposed to like I'm gonna lose 100 pounds? You know what I mean? Like,
so I think that people take really drastic measures at the beginning of the year. They want massive change, but they don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, I'm not eating any sugar. I'm going to work out for an hour every day.
Whoa.
And all these things that maybe are not sustainable without the right tools long term. And so
Right.
if people have one little slip, they decide, game over, it's over, I'm giving up. And they don't feel worthy of it. And so I think the key is to work on that sense of worthiness. And we expect it and we feel like we need it from other people, but it really has to come from the inside.
We are big on that
Yeah,
here.
how do you work on the worthiness without being or becoming pretentious or?
I think that the key is to feel worthiness and
Yeah.
to stay humble at the same time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so like one phrase in the recovery community is we build self-esteem by doing esteemable acts.
Like what?
So thinking about like being of service to people around us, like
Yes.
helping a neighbor carry their groceries,
I love that.
calling someone and seeing how they're doing instead of calling to just dump on them about whatever's
I
wrong
love
in your
that.
life.
That's big.
Things like that
Yeah.
change how you feel about yourself.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
Be of service,
You
yeah.
mentioned the recovery community. Can you touch on that? What recovery community?
There are so many different recovery communities, especially here in Los Angeles. The recovery world is alive and thriving, whether it's sober recovery. I know a lot of people chose to do dry January this year, which is amazing. People are feeling so good. They're still not drinking. There's eating disorder recovery, which I'm very actively involved in. All kinds of, trauma recovery. Trauma has really come on the radar over the past few years as something that a lot of people have and need help with.
Absolutely.
So all of those things. And, people who struggle with any kind of addictive behavior usually feel a lot of shame and embarrassment and guilt over their past. So again, building self-esteem by doing esteemable acts helps us kind of rebuild that self-concept.
that.
That's great.
I
yeah.
love that. Building self-esteem from esteemable acts.
That's like the first time I've ever heard someone actually constructively and realistically building their self-esteem.
Well, I think it's also super actionable. Like you can take action on this.
That's
Like
my point.
it's just it's simple.
Right.
It's simple. My mom would always say. My mom was a clinical psychologist. She would say, if you don't feel good, do something good for someone else, and in
you
turn,
go.
you will start to feel good. And I remember being like, I just don't want to be seen or talk to anyone or go into public. And my mom was like, you're just okay. I don't know what to do with you. She's like, look up some psychologist numbers.
This is why my mom wanted a daughter. This is probably why.
Why?
She's always like, "Hi, what are you feeling?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Oh, really? I'm the opposite. I'm just all emotion.
Yeah, so just bottle it up and get a cork and put it on the top and shove it down
That's
and
not
keep it
healthy.
there.
Can
Well,
we say that?
Super.
A really
super healthy.
interesting point is that we can change our emotions through action. Sometimes we feel like we need to feel a certain way to do something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
The research actually shows when we do things differently, we start to feel different.
Wow, can you give me an example or give our audience members an example?
For example, if someone is feeling really depressed and they just want to like stay home, stay in bed, watch TV, not answer their phone, the best thing that you can do to snap out of that mood is to call someone to make a plan and leave your house. It's called contrary action.
Okay.
And it's something that we don't want to do. If we do it, our mood will radically shift.
Okay.
Do you think it's because we know that once we do it, we're going to feel an opposite feeling? Subconsciously?
It could be.
Yeah, where it's like, I want to stay in my bed and mourn the loss of a boyfriend, but in reality, what you should do is go out and like do something esteemable.
Right,
Right?
right. I mean, I hear that like friends are your like anchors back to feeling like back to being part of society and feeling a part of the world and ultimately like some sort of happiness. Like they're like an anchor for you, so you should always reach out to your friends. That's what I've heard.
Can you
That's it.
tell we're children of psychologists?
Well, I love this because the thing is we are not meant as humans to live in isolation. We need
Okay.
connection.
Yeah.
And so this has been one of the biggest challenges of what everyone has gone through with the pandemic over the past few years is isolation. Even if we're seeing each other virtually, there is such a difference to being in person with someone and having that
Absolutely.
connection.
Sure.
We were talking about this the other day. I literally would go to the grocery store and I would work part-time with Instacart so I could actually meet people. Like I would,
right, you
and
said
my
that
brother
yesterday.
was like, you're not gonna meet anyone. Everyone's just gonna say, leave it at the door. And I was like, no, I'm gonna meet people. I met people at the grocery store. I met like
Adorable.
Well, I mean, I had like a mask and like gloves and like goggles.
What tools would you give to someone that, like, for instance, me? I was highly social before the pandemic, but once it came,
Right.
I actually really enjoyed being
Yes.
antisocial.
Right.
You're antisocial right now?
Hilarious.
Wait. I'm sorry, because he's like the party boy. Wait, what?
Well, yeah, but I got used to like, 2 to 3 weeks in after not seeing anyone but like maybe 2 people, I got used to it. And I'm nowhere close to the type of social person I was.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't even know who
I'm getting back to it, but not like, I'd say like 50% of the time someone invites me somewhere, I'm like, I'll stay in.
All right, I apologize for interjecting. I just didn't know that you weren't social.
I'm like the party boy, according to her.
Yeah, because I don't party ever.
Yeah.
Maybe you've just really learned how to prioritize your time, and you're willing to go out if it's with people or in a situation that feels good and feels right, and all the just showing up to just show up kind of filtered out.
I like that.
You're really good, because that's true. No, it's true. It's like I never even realized until these past couple of years, the social obligation was like a detriment to my mind. Kai, come here. Okay, fine. Sure.
Right.
Gotta be here, gotta be there. You don't have to be there.
Yeah,
You're
no,
having a
no,
coffee.
no.
Right.
It's like you can cancel the coffee. It's not like no one's gonna, So.
I mean, listen, the pandemic was very good to me, and it wasn't to a lot of people. A lot of people lost people. I mean, my mom passed away, not from the pandemic, but I lost her in 2021. But I loved it because it was an opportunity to just like kind of be very in alignment with myself and what brought me, I know that sounds selfish, but like a little joy and true harmony, and I wasn't distracted, and I loved going everywhere like by myself.
Hilarious. And with no traffic, right? Remember that?
No
There was
traffic.
That was
in LA.
amazing.
That was amazing.
That was great.
Amazing.
I love how we're glorifying like
I know, yeah.
glamorizing the past right now. You
Love
cut
that.
back to Kyle 2020. He's like, this is the worst thing.
This is the worst. No, I actually, like you, I honed in on myself. I was just started making my own projects and would spend like a month just in my room creating something.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good. But like getting back to the antisocial and the self respect for yourself. For those out there, this is LA. A lot of us are insecure. How do you really work on your self-worth and your self-esteem other than just like those actions you were talking about?
I think a lot of it, again, it starts with that decision that you're tired of letting other people and other situations outside of yourself, outside of your control, dictate how you feel.
Yeah.
And when you really realize that your feelings are not created by other people but come from the inside, then you have a willingness to try things like no one is thinking about us like we think that they're thinking about us.
Yeah.
Everyone is thinking about themselves,
Yeah.
which is really amazing because then you are off the hook.
Right.
And you can start to take risks and just do things that would be fun for you, even if you're going to make a fool of yourself. Who cares?
Yeah.
And just start pushing, again, the boundaries of that comfort zone. And really just feeling free to explore. And it's really amazing to do this with people who are like-minded and are also doing the same thing, which is one of the reasons why I decided to create a program around it and a community. But, the thing is that especially in LA, everything is so externally oriented, but we will age. Our looks could change for a variety of reasons, and if our self-esteem is dictated by that, then we're screwed.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're really screwed. So we need to find something that's more lasting and more sustainable.
Absolutely.
What is lasting and more sustainable?
When it comes from the inside out, and when I talk about energy, do you know those people when they walk into a room, everyone turns their heads, and it's not about what they look like, it's their energy.
Yeah.
So there are ways to build your energy. And I actually did a training in yoga and meditation, and I teach people how to really harness their energy. It has to do with this electromagnetic field around your body that each of us has.
Yes.
And you can create a really expansive, radiant, and bright aura. And those are tools that people can learn through meditation, different kinds of energy work. And that is something that everyone notices, and they don't know what it is, and they don't know what to call it.
Can we deep dive into the energy work for a little while? Like, what, in your experience or in your studies, what works best?
It is individual, but I think what it comes down to is consistency and a committed practice.
Okay.
So nothing is going to work if you do it for like one day or 1 week and then you just move on. You're like either.
And that's what we all want. We all want that like couple abracadabra sentences that we could say to fix our whole
click.
lives. Yeah.
All right, you guys are going to laugh. Does anyone have a roll of toilet paper right here,
Yes, we have a
right
roll of
now?
paper.
Probably.
Oh, I'm so excited. What are we going to do?
If Natasha's walking like that, that means she knows where it is.
Oh, this is so so fun.
She has a little hop in her step. You know Natasha knows what it is.
Really fun.
I'm
okay?
excited.
Yeah, cool. I love visuals.
It relates to our conversation about New Year's resolutions and wanting change and our energy. So we're gonna wait for this toilet paper.
It's flying in right
It's so
now. I can tell it's almost here the way Natasha was
I'm
walking.
excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I
Yeah.
feel it. I'm excited for you guys to see and experience it.
Go. Does paper towels work?
No, paper towels is great.
Paper towels is great? Yeah.
Let's do it.
She's coming back, Natasha.
Paper towels was not good enough.
Superhero
We're going back to
of
the
our
toilet
studio.
paper.
I'm
Gotta get
excited.
it right.
I'm excited for this.
Gotta get it right. How did you come up with this example?
I actually saw someone else do it. And
Okay,
it
awesome.
really resonates.
Awesome.
It really resonates. If you look on the internet, you will see, if you Google toilet paper
Yeah.
and patience.
Oh. I need
All
a big.
right.
I need a big
Look
lesson
at
in
this.
this.
Okay, you have a roll of toilet paper. It's
Yeah,
full. Okay.
It's actually
we're
well
just-
quilted too.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that Charmin?
It feels very high
They're not
quality.
saving money. Yeah.
We're just ripping off one piece at a time. Doesn't look like any change is happening. Do you see any change happening? No, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to be doing. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. If I continued for another hour, this would be empty.
Yeah.
So this is what change is like. We do not see it when it's happening.
Right.
The weeks go by slowly and we give up. We're like, it's not working.
Yeah.
If we just hang in there a little bit longer, we'll have that empty roll of toilet paper.
I
We
love
will
that.
have manifested the change that we wanted.
That's so
good.
cool. I love that so much. I think, that's super relatable to a lot of people, especially, just in our culture and our society. We're just like very much like, click now, like get it instant.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
No, like
Immediately.
even buying something online, it comes within the day, next
Right,
day,
right.
depending.
That's why Amazon is Amazon. They next day delivery.
Yeah, you just never
Yeah.
know. But like I'm guilty of that too. It's just like not having patience. But then I had a very again, 2020 was just very much like a year of being open to receiving of what I was supposed to do, and I would literally be like, "What am I supposed to do?" And then because I came out here for acting, and then that turned into writing, and then I was like, "Okay, what am I supposed to do?" And then UCLA called me to be a TA in their producing program.
Beautiful.
And then from there, my life forever changed.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah, people tell me to be patient all the time, and I'm like, all right, but like, why? But like when you have a visual representation and an example, it just really helps solidify the idea that like, yes, patience, like, and you're not going to see the result when you want.
But the thing is, patience is not sexy. No one is excited about being patient.
1000%.
Patience is not sexy. You gotta
We
quote
have
that.
to have fun along the way. That's the key,
Yes.
is to make the
Oh.
process of which we're trying to change to have fun along the way.
I love that.
So that by the time we get there, it's almost inevitable.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because we can feel
Absolutely.
good the whole way. We don't have to wait to get to our end point to feel good. We can feel good now, and that comes with those energy shifts, which can happen right away.
I
enjoy the
love
process.
that. I
Totally.
love that.
Enjoy the process.
I love it so much, and I think based off of your example, it also shows that there's action. It's not just you're sitting there, like you don't expect the toilet paper to unravel by itself.
Right.
You're actually taking actionable steps
Right.
to unraveling the toilet paper.
This kind of helps me understand this one epiphany I had when I was like 21 years old. I just decided I want to be an actor. It was maybe 2 weeks after I finished football for my life. And my dad found Tom Cruise's old manager. I went to her, auditioned, she called me boring. I drove back home, and I was just like destroyed. But I had this like very interesting joy, play on words, this interesting joy just like come over me, because I was so happy. But I think at that moment I understood, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna enjoy this process. If that didn't stop me, nothing will. So I'm just gonna enjoy like learning the acting process, and like if that can't stop me, nothing will. So here we go. Like I found
Unstoppable.
something that's gonna go for a very long time. And
Who called you boring?
Tom Cruise's old manager.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed part of the story because I got a note from our producer.
It's okay. He's really, he gives you these like steel
Gives you,
third
like,
baseball signs.
Yeah. Do this.
Steel third,
So he
steel third,
said you were
slide.
boring, and then what happened?
Well, I got really happy afterwards, which was
You got
odd.
happy that he said you were boring. She
Correct.
said you're boring?
Yeah, I was very happy, and the realization was
Why?
that because I knew that if that didn't stop me, nothing would.
Oh, you kept going after that.
I had no intention of stopping, and I had never been rejected like that, mind you.
Wow.
Everyone told me I was good at everything up until that point of my life.
Wow,
And so
wow.
having that
Everyone?
anything I did.
Wow.
Basketball, football, track, baseball, soccer.
I have that
It
experience.
was just like, you can be the captain, go ahead, you're great. And that was the first thing where it was like, you're actually terrible at this.
Wow.
And you would think it would destroy me, but in fact, I was like, yes. I found something that like, because think about it this way. If someone tells you you're good at something, you almost like, you feel obligated to do it.
Really?
Right? My dad, freshman year of college, he was like, do you even want to play? I really apologize. He said this, he's like, I'm so sorry. No one's ever asked you if you wanted to play. We just kind of like
Threw you in?
Threw you in.
I thought you did want to play, and your mom was like,
It
no.
was okay. It was a hobby for me in high school.
got it,
and I just happened to be good at it and ended up getting a scholarship for it. So I went with the scholarship, but I didn't really want to play.
Oh, interesting. I had no idea. That's so fascinating.
So I didn't want to do the things I was good at. I wanted to do the things I was bad at. Only because I had
Don't do what he
really
does.
good grasp on my patients in that regard. But Dr. Joy just explained to us like the process and the actual like science of that patience is.
Yeah.
You really can't, if you're not concerned with seeing the result, it's almost like you said, inevitable to get the result you want because you're just going to keep going. You're going to enjoy that process.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, and then, having fun along the way. I always say to our producer and to myself, like, if I'm not having fun doing it, I know this sounds very bratty, I don't want to do it.
You do a lot of stuff for someone that has that kind of an outlook on
I
life.
do a lot of stuff
You do.
because I also believe in what I'm doing.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
if I don't feel joy, and then I know other people won't feel that joy. And I know when I'm in alignment, I can feel the electromagnetic field. Like
There
I
you
can
go.
feel like people attracting to me. It's almost like I don't even have to not do anything, but it feels like the people like have come to me. It's really weird. I noticed with the change of my wardrobe, the more I became more in alignment with like what I love, and it's like over the top and like fishnet stockings and platform heels and plaid
Well-
jackets. What?
Being a fit blonde and fishnets, probably why people are coming to you.
No, I think like, I'm not naturally a blonde. I'm just saying like I'm just having fun with being me.
100%, I'm just joking.
But it wasn't just about my appearance. It's more about like what am I projecting into the world. And if I said this to you months ago, and I said about these shoes that I fell in love with, and I said it's not just about the shoes. It's about the way they make you feel. And the second you put on something that makes
There
you
you
feel
go.
good, other people are like they
energy.
come to you.
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
want to know. They want to know more about like what is this.
Question, Dr. Joy.
I think we have a new show for you. Questions with Dr. Joy. Love it.
Well, like, let's say someone's actually really firing on all cylinders and they're going through that period or process of bettering themselves and attaining their goals, but they're almost like stressing themselves out because all that they're asking for is actually coming to them, but it's almost a little overwhelming.
Right.
So, like, what are the tools? Like, now we're doing what you said too well. Like, how do we then
Well,
operate?
this is where people often start self-sabotaging.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
interesting.
so when you see people who are like getting the success that they want and then they somehow or other take themselves down, usually that either comes from core feelings of unworthiness or overwhelm and kind of losing
Yeah,
the
I can
purpose
see that.
that got them started in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think the key is along the way to be really tied to your purpose and to take things, pacing is key. I talk to this a lot about my clients. Like slow and steady really does win the race. And if you go too fast and take
Burn out.
shortcuts in particular,
Right.
you will end up self-sabotaging or not being able to kind of hold this container that you've created. It becomes really overwhelming. So you can always take a step back, get some support, get advice, because people don't need to tank themselves. They don't need to self-sabotage,
Right.
but they often just don't know that like they have choices.
Right, and you don't know yourself self-sabotage until like it's all done and
Right.
said and done. So
Exactly.
Said and
That's
done.
good. Yeah.
No, that's great advice.
yeah,
So
I need that advice.
I needed that advice too. We have a game that we like to play with our friends called Red Flags.
Love it.
And it's all about dating. So you're gonna get a green flag. Green is go.
Okay.
Red is a no.
Okay.
Red is a no-go. Because it is that time of the month where everybody is focused on love. I don't think everybody, but you know, the hallmark as
Most Americans, for sure.
We have a new game called Deal Breaker. Kyle's gonna read a card, and you're gonna say yay or nay. We're all gonna do it. Okay.
Perfect.
You're on a date with a hot new prospect, but they admit that they have been arrested 3 different times for indecent exposure. They love to streak college campuses because it makes them feel young.
No.
That's an obvious red flag.
Yeah.
What?
Nope.
No. Wait, you didn't raise up yours. Oh, it's
Well, that was
obvious.
an obvious,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Like how I've got the green ready.
Here's an interesting one. You and your partner have been dating for a few months and things are starting to get serious. They say they will only move in with you if you agree to get a dog and share the responsibilities. How do we feel?
I think it's a green for me because whether or not this person is going to be good, like we're going to make that choice together. They're saying what they want, and in turn, I can share what I want.
I think it's a green too, and I already have a dog, so I would love help with the responsibilities.
Right. That's a thing.
that too,
That's
yeah.
a thing. I'm not sure where I'm at. I
Wait.
love dogs. I love dogs.
Wait, so if your significant other potential, like with you were dating,
Remember this. They're saying
You have
to
to.
get a dog.
Yeah.
But you also have to share the responsibilities. Like,
well, isn't that
if you want
what a
the dog-
relationship is?
but if you want the dog, like I'll
You have a
help
dog,
you.
but you have a dog.
Again, it's not about it's about the principle.
Got it.
If you want something so bad, but then want me to help you out on it.
Okay, Larry David.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
My
a
Larry
no?
David is
So
showing.
that's a no?
It's a yellow.
It's a yellow.
It's a
Okay,
yellow.
yeah, we don't have yellow
love that.
flags.
You're on a date. You're on a first date, and the person is amazing. They've recently dyed their hair bright purple and say they love it. That's great.
Green.
That's great. I was thinking to myself, I was like, not to be sexist, but like a woman with purple hair, great. Guy with purple hair
I could do it.
says something else.
I could do it.
Says something.
I could do it if the person loves it,
Mm-hmm.
and they look good. Then green.
I walk in with
Assuming
purple
they're
hair. I walk in with purple
good. I'm
hair.
dating you now. Yeah, green.
Great.
Yeah.
Purple fro.
Yeah. Why does it have to be a fro? You don't
No
have a fro.
qualms.
You don't have a fro. You're gonna put
Color
on
my
a
hair.
fro.
I gotta get hair.
You have hair.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta grow it.
Oh. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah?
Yeah. Why not? Green.
Okay.
Okay, but it's red for you.
Well, I have nothing against purple hair, but it might not be like what I'm drawn to.
Right.
So like go express yourself, have fun, but maybe it's not for me.
Got it. That's fair.
It's giving off the creepy vibes for me too. For sure. You've gone out on a few dates and are discussing taking things to the next level. They constantly bite their nails down to the nubs and have no interest in stopping. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be a red for me.
That's a red.
It's gonna be a red.
That's a red.
Have you seen the microscopic visuals of like what's under your nails?
I have seen.
seen it?
Yes, it's scary.
It's scary. It's unsanitary. Please stop doing it. You just got married and are on your honeymoon. When your partner says they're having second thoughts about being married, they're willing to see if they can make it work, but wanted you to know that they're having second thoughts.
Whoa.
Very White Lotus.
But is that what's going on with Lotus?
Watch White Lotus. Oh,
I
that's
spent a lot of money to get you to a different country. You tell me once we're in the other country, they're having second thoughts?
wait,
gotta go.
get you to another country? Oh, you
Spend all
mean
the money on the plane tickets
oh,
and the all-inclusive room.
all inclusive.
You wait till we get there.
You're going to an all-inclusive resort.
Say, I smiled. That's why.
Do you ever see Schitt's Creek?
I have not. I'm
You
one of
should
the
watch
few.
it. So funny. She goes. She says Alexis is the daughter of like the Rose family, and she's very privileged. And somebody said something about going to an all-inclusive. I think it's her boyfriend. He's like, it's an all-inclusive. And she's
like,
like, no. She's like, what's all-inclusive?
I love it. I love it.
That's where my brain is. I'm like,
You know what you know what all-inclusive is.
I don't want to do that.
Well, you assume that it's cheap. Sometimes it's not.
I know, but
Half the time it's not.
usually I want to go where. Okay, never mind.
You're engaged and now shopping for a house together. They find a house. Ooh, that's a red flag actually.
Wait, what?
If she doesn't like all-inclusive, might be a red flag.
I'm not
You're engaged and now shopping for a house together.
I'm a red flag. I'm a walking red flag for
If a
Kyle.
girl goes, oh wait, it's all-inclusive, I don't like that. I'm like,
Dr. Joy that.
Yeah,
you feel about that?
we're not dating, so go for it.
I think there are apples and there are oranges, right? So there are people who love all-inclusive and there are people who don't. And it's kind of like if you like to go to Disneyland as an adult without kids,
Yeah.
that puts you in one category.
Right.
And then the people who don't want to go unless there are kids involved are another. I
Yeah.
feel like it's that.
And no one's done anything wrong.
Correct.
Just a
It's not
different-
good or bad. It's
Yeah.
just like you either love it or you don't.
I love it.
He wants to know if it's cheap. He wants to know if
Oh, if the girl is like
if the girl is, you know,
Looking for stuff?
spoiled, you know.
Yeah, I guess I'm spoiled.
Well, I don't know if it's cheap.
Disparaging all-inclusive.
Would you assume it's cheap?
I don't know, that's the question.
Is it cheap?
Red flag.
Is it cheap?
All-inclusive cheap?
No, I just the word all-inclusive sounds like I don't have an option, and like usually, like if it's all-inclusive, you can't do everything great. You know what I mean? Like the hotel is probably great, but is the food just as great?
Club Med was all-inclusive. And that was incredible.
I'm sure. I've never been to Club Med.
Incredible.
Great.
All-inclusive.
I just hear
You
about.
pay a one-time fee and then everything else is just
I
there.
guess I have champagne taste.
There's champagne
And
in
I
there.
don't like champagne.
There was champagne in Club Med. But again, assuming that it's just all low budget.
I
not a thing.
didn't assume it was all low budget. Kyle,
Not a
stop.
thing.
I'm not assuming that. Dr.
Why
Joy
else-
is like, great. We're gonna unpack what's going on here.
Why else run from an all-inclusive if it's not cheap?
We were clearly married in a past life because we
Okay.
have a lot of like things that we like fight about. Right? But
I don't know about fight.
we don't fight. We debate.
Yeah,
and
sure.
then there's a lot of love and respect. Not that that would be a past life, but like sometimes I'll look at him. I'm like, I feel like I have to. Thank you. I feel like I'm like eating lasagna in the back on a back porch somewhere. Like I don't know where that comes from.
I love it.
These are all great.
Okay. Although last night people might have thought differently with the
100%,
dancing.
yeah.
Aw, that was so sweet. Thank you for dancing with me. That was really sweet.
You and your partner are recently engaged. Your partner announces they want you to be the stay-at-home parent when you have kids.
When we talk about that before they get engaged, I feel like that's smart.
Who knows? If someone tells you they want you to stay home, Red?
It's not
Yeah,
about
yeah.
staying home or not staying home, but it should be a joint decision. And that's where
100%.
I'm like,
Right,
red
right,
flag.
Right. The whole controlling on what you do with your life is the red flag for sure. That's where I was. I was just like, I don't think anyone is going to object, but at the same time, don't tell me to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Although I feel like you'd like it.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Stay at home? Again, I'm not staying anywhere.
Look at his face. I'm not staying anywhere.
If I want to go work, if I want to go achieve something, I'm going to do it.
Wow. You think not having? You think?
And now the kid's coming with
you
me.
think it's?
And the dog.
And the dog.
That's awesome.
Everyone's coming.
Aw, that's cute.
You're about to go on your third date, but your date arrives hours late and doesn't ever apologize. It's a deal breaker. Come on. You're in the middle of your third date and you're very interested in this person. They tell you that technically they're still married, but they are separated and planning on filing divorce papers soon.
Wait.
That's one. That's a big one.
Okay,
'Cause this
so
really happens.
this
That happened to me.
That
Happened to me.
happened to me.
Happened to me too, yeah.
That happened to me, but the guy
Happens to
ended up
everyone, I
being,
guess.
that guy ended up being.
Oh, really?
That was Sam.
You dated him for a very long time.
On and off for 3 years.
3 years.
On and off. More off than on.
Okay.
So, but there was a 3-year period.
Hey.
He did get divorced.
Show her the magazine.
Oh yes.
Oh, Shag and Shop?
That's not what it's called.
That's what it's called.
This is the LA magazine of where you can pick up where singles can find their potential matches. And most were saying Erewhon.
But I wanted to
there
hear.
you go.
I wanted to hear Joy, Dr. Joy's technically married, but kind of
yeah.
getting divorce story.
That's my ex-husband. He was getting divorced and it wasn't final. He told me he was divorced at first and then it came out that he wasn't. And he did end up getting divorced, but you know, when people aren't completely honest, that's a red flag.
It's a big red flag, like an omentance of a piece of the
Yes,
truth.
so I retract my green flag and I make it a red.
Making it red.
I'm making it red. I like that.
You ended up marrying him?
I did. And I
then-
went through a very bitter divorce.
Really?
Because you know what? You can only consciously uncouple if both people want to consciously uncouple.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If one person wants to fight, then there's a fight.
And there's a fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
getting ready today and I literally heard Natasha's voice in the back of my head. I was like, maybe I do just want the party. As I was getting ready
I'd have to
today,
agree.
I was like, oh no. Like I was like putting on like makeup, and I was just like, huh, because I
Of the wedding.
because I want to get married so bad. No, but I do want to get married.
She wants the dress.
I want all of it. I think that's the
the
reality
cake.
of the situation. Is I want it all,
The relationship or the day?
all of it, all of it. Like the relationship, the wedding,
Okay.
the party.
So you can have all of it.
Yes.
What's
Oh,
stopping you?
nothing is-
Okay.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go. Green.
Green.
I dated someone for like 6 months who was going through a divorce. It didn't turn out to be anything bad though. She just ended up getting a divorce.
That's a great story, Kyle.
I was just such traumatic stories over here. I was just like, I guess I just like level the playing field just a little bit.
That wasn't traumatic.
You were on and off for 3 years.
That's not traumatic.
I've
Well, I
never
guess.
heard of anything more
Oh yeah.
traumatic in my life.
Well, I will say the best thing about that relationship is it taught me what
Not to do.
never do ever again. And I got a beautiful dress. Oh, the dress
got a
that I wore
dress?
last night. The dress that I wore last
That's
night.
what you draw from the 3-year relationship, a dress?
Yeah, it's a beautiful dress.
Had to be
I
horrible.
almost no. The dress is gorgeous.
No, the relationship I'm talking about.
Oh, the relationship. Oh, it's speaking of that. That's the monitor. That's me and Kyle dancing last night. And that's the dress.
That's the dress.
That's the dress. That dress is a gorgeous T-length strapless dress that I wore at Vibrato last night. But it's so funny because I almost got rid of the dress, and my best friend said, "Don't take it out on the dress. Take it out on the dude, but don't take it out on the dress." So I kept the dress.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you and your partner have been dating for a few months and things start getting serious. And then they tell you that Sundays are their personal day where they watch cartoons and play video games alone all day.
All day?
Yeah.
We can't hang out at all on Sundays? Ever? Forever? For the rest of our eternity?
I don't know. How
That's
do
a
you feel?
half.
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah, that's a happy.
Yellow?
Because what are you doing playing video games? Are you like 12? Wait, what?
I mean, everyone needs a day to themselves.
No, I'm 100%.
So I'm like, go ahead, go
100%.
nuts.
I'm 100% with that. It's
I
just
can
more
go watch
like
football now.
I know, but there's something weird about saying like you can't contact me all day. That's weird.
You're probably going to be living together at some point,
Yeah.
so you just leave them alone for a day.
Yeah.
I think people deserve and need their own space, but I
100%.
think it's weird if did you say that you've been dating for 3 months and then they say this?
And then they said
So
this.
that's kind of weird because
Yeah.
that kind of changes the ground rules in a new way where
That's
they
true.
weren't really being themselves until like this far in, and now they're deciding to actually be themselves, and you're like, well, who are you?
Time, right? Like, what is that?
Are you gonna go for it?
I'm going for
I
it.
knew it. Let's go for it.
So, like, I have a theory that, like, no one actually shows their true colors until 6 months in.
I think you're right.
And,
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the driving situation.
What driving situation?
The Pedro, San Pedro.
oh, I know her answer on that.
Oh, wait,
No one's going. No one's going.
Ask her. Tell
So-
the story right.
Okay.
You're good friends with someone for like a couple of years, and they invite you to a
First
play.
time ever.
Okay.
They invite you to a play.
Okay.
And you guys haven't gone out anywhere, just the two of you before. She invites you to a play, and you say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then she says that the play is an hour and a half away on a Sunday night at 8 p.m. And you're like, I can't make that.
Okay.
Now,
But I already said
have we
yes.
done it yet to a basic plan? But that's assuming there's a play in this vicinity of
Who
20
knew?
miles.
Wait, hold on. You
Not past the equator.
Okay.
So
you did know it was on a Sunday.
I didn't know it was at 8 p.m.
You knew the days. I gave
I
you the
didn't.
days.
No, I didn't.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh yeah, there was a matinee.
The 8 p.m. and the San Pedro thing for me took me right out. I was like, there's just no way
Okay.
that I'm going. And she was like, you have to go. And I was like, but I
I didn't
don't.
say you have to go, Kyle. You're putting words in my
Essentially,
mouth.
that's what we were
No,
at.
no,
You're
you-
like, Kai, like, you have, like, it was, were you upset? Did you complain about it for 20 minutes?
I didn't complain. I got upset because I'm a big believer if you say yes to stay true to your word. Only because
If you give someone a half of a plan and then give them
then
the other,
yeah, then don't
omittance
say
of the
yes.
truth.
Then don't say
An
yes.
omittance of the
Then
truth.
Don't say yes. Then don't say yes.
She said yes to get married, and then she found out some other stuff, and then yeah.
She still got married.
Yeah, but then she got out
Well, you.
because she found out the whole truth. Same thing. You know, listen. Once you get the whole story, then you can make a decision. But if you give someone half the story,
It's not half the
you
story,
can't expect them to not change their
I will go
answer.
through my text thread with you of
I
what
think that's the
really
thing.
went. We should
It's
go
like-
through the text thread and
It's like
analyze
if you know that you haven't given someone the full story, don't expect the full
Then
answer.
don't say yes.
Don't expect the full answer if there's not
Don't
the full
say
story.
yes. Then
You
don't
know?
say yes.
I love this bickering.
Yeah,
It's
right?
so fun.
I don't know where it comes from. we pulled a card on our
You're
very
gonna
first
get a
show.
maybe for the rest of your life.
The rest of my life.
Maybe. I don't know if you gave me the full story, so it's a maybe.
Kyle and me at 83. Kyle, we pulled our very first show. It was we have a tarot card and it said soulmates. And I was like, oh,
I love it.
And it obviously says doesn't have to be romantic. You learn from this person, and this person is obviously somebody in your past life that you are growing with.
Right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, oh, love you, man.
Destiny.
Yeah. So some people say.
Well, I know you kept showing up, right?
Yeah, I'm still here. Something's going right.
It didn't turn into Michelle and Cash or Michelle Andrea.
Michelle Andrea. I was right around the
Coming
corner.
at you every way.
Right around the corner. I was about to get replaced in about. You almost didn't meet me.
Oh, that's not true.
Oh, yeah.
This is not true. He's full of it. That's not true. That's not true. It's 100% Michelle and Kyle. Yeah, we have yin and yang. Remember, yin and yang don't work.
This is true.
Dr. Joy's like, I'm gonna start charging you guys for the hour.
Start coming with real personal questions. Dr. Joy. No, I'm just-
It happens to me all the time.
yeah. Do your friends do this to you?
Yes.
I'm sure they do, right? Yeah.
Family members and neighbors and
Yeah, right.
dentists.
So I actually, I'm referring back to.
Hairstylist.
Do you like Larry David? Do you like
Yes.
So do you remember when he tries to talk to his therapist outside of,
Right.
and he's just like, stop. I'm not working. You're not paying me. Don't. Do you have to do that?
I
Kind of,
wish,
right?
boundaries are so important, and I need to be better at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people are seeking relief, and I feel like whether I'm getting paid for it or not, I need to help with that.
And you want to help.
Yes.
You want to help. You want to be
Yeah.
part of the process. So I get it.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, I love Aquariuses.
January 25th.
What do you mean? I love Aquariuses. They're cool people.
Why?
They're a little unique. But
Right.
what? Why? I just do.
I'm just curious.
I love Pisces. I love Aquariuses. I love everyone. Tauruses. I love.
Like, why?
Well, I'm trying to explain it today.
You're starting to wrap off the zodiac signs, but I'm like, why Aquarius? Why Pisces? Why Taurus?
Okay, Aquariuses are kind of quirky. They beat to their own drum, but they're very loyal and giving and very very kind and supportive.
Which sign is not loyal?
Oh, Gemini? No, my best friend is Scorpio.
I love the walk.
If you didn't hear that, that was Natasha walking by.
That's fantastic. Doesn't even look over.
Scorpio men.
Just said it in passing.
Hilarious. I don't think that has anything to do with any personal experience she's ever had.
I know. I didn't feel
The
like
way
any.
that came out was
Yeah.
amazing. I love Aquariuses. Cancers and Aquariuses are very good matches.
Okay.
Cancer is Aquarius. Cancer is Pisces. You, me.
You might as well.
Cancer, Taurus.
You're speaking Japanese to me. I don't know.
What? You said you knew.
No, I said you have to know. I didn't say I knew. I told the requisites for dating in LA. I didn't say I was good at it.
We've done we're almost, how many episodes
Well,
are we
we're
at?
at 200.
No, we're not at 200, but we've,
Close.
150 maybe? 150 episodes, and one of our first episodes was Kyle talking about what you have to know when you date in LA. And he was like, you gotta know your zodiac sign, what time you were born,
Yep.
the five love languages?
Five.
Yeah, 5. And
Yeah.
all this other stuff. And then when I started drilling you for stuff, you were like, I only know mine.
For the love languages, I know all 5.
Oh, right, you do?
Yeah, you tested me on this. I got them all right.
Okay, let's go.
Physical touch, acts of service, quality time. Physical touch, acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, and
Wait, that's 3.
that's 4.
Wait, say it. Physical touch.
Physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time. That's 4.
Oh, you're forgetting the big one.
The one that's probably Michelle's one.
Yes.
Gifts? Yeah, gifts. Yeah. I love that she had to remind me through Michelle. She's like, it's Michelle's. Oh, gifts. Right. Got it. I don't know how much time we have left, but Dr. Joy, before we let you go, I got to know
4 minutes.
what propelled you into this line of work?
You know, I was the family psychologist growing up, but I didn't have the PhD behind it, and it really was intuitive to me on so many levels. But I had to make a few wrong turns. I actually went to Harvard Law School, graduated from Harvard Law School, and wanted to kill myself because I hated law so much.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to spend my life doing this. And I spent a few years just like figuring things out, living in New York. I got to work at Vogue magazine.
Oh my
I had so much fun.
Okay.
Wow.
But I still felt really called to this career. I had my own recovery experience, and I really felt a sense of purpose and passion, and also the belief through my own journey that people can heal and can recover from almost anything if they get the right help. So I really became very dedicated to that.
That's great. You kind of want, personally, I would want a therapist that's been through at least something herself. I have
100%.
a buddy, Ahmed Weinberg. He does stand up.
You gave a first and a last name. This is big for you.
Yeah, well, he wants me to plug this. It's not a secret. Like, Michelle usually like gives someone's government name on like a really embarrassing secret. She'd be like, "Oh, that's that person." You're like, okay. So anyway, Ahmed Weinberg, he was coming out and he was like, I was talking to my therapist, and then I mistakenly asked where she lives, and the therapist goes, "Oh, I live in Catalina Island," and he was like, "Hold on, you're giving me life advice from Catalina Island. Like, what do you know?
Right.
What have you been through? You couldn't have been through
Catalina.
much." It was a joke, but he was
okay.
just saying that like this therapist doesn't seem like she's been through anything. So how could you possibly fix my trauma?
Oh, got it.
But that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That you went to practice first. Do you have like older or younger sisters?
I have 2 older brothers.
Nice.
Okay.
And I had a mom who had different kinds of mental illness that I had to kind of be a lot of the way that I work is very intuitive, and I think that as a child I needed to be very aware of my surroundings and read the mood in a room before, something would happen.
Right.
And so that comes very naturally to me. So these things for everyone, like these things that feel like they're hardships can actually become strengths.
I love that. I love that. We're out of time with you, but I want people to I want people to see you and get to know you. Where can they find you? This is your camera over here, number 3.
Hi everyone. You can find me at drjoyjacobs.com or on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you, Dr. Joy. That was so lovely. You literally live up to your name. It was an absolute joy to have you on our show. Absolutely, absolutely. Make sure you check out Dr. Joy Jacobs if you're looking to change your life up and that energy. Now's the time to do it. It's either now or you can have time, obviously, but do it now. Wherever you are, find the good in your day and spread it to whomever you may. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, Thursday.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. See ya. That was fun. I like the green and red. I like this.
Yeah. With the deal breaker?
I like the deal breaker. It's better than the other.
Never have I ever, or what was it?
Flag.
The red flags.
Yeah,
this is better than red
this
flags.
is better.
The only thing is that there's not that many.
Coming in for a landing.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, coming soon. Oh, thank you so much. That was so fun.
We gotta get a picture with Dr. Joy.
Yes, we're gonna get a picture with you on the red carpet, or sorry, our gold carpet.
Yeah.
Fashion forward, passion, you know it. Attraction, good morning from good daylight. Yeah. Michelle and Kyle coming at you with a smile. So come and stay a while. Good times are the only style. Good day life. Good day life. Good day life. Good day life. Coming at you with the greatest guests and listeners. Don't worry, got a little bit of his and hers. Just 5 minutes, gonna be the mission.